Okay, it's Friday night. How's everybody doing? Says we got a few people in here. Did I start yet, hon?
And I'm not even on there yet.
Oh, okay. She's not on there yet, so I don't know. It doesn't look like on the computer that it started, but and we'll see. She'll start up any minute. I'm gonna have a sip of my beer while I wait and see what happens.
You're probably on a delay, so you probably just need to talk.
Okay, Kim's telling me I'm on a delay. So I guess I'm on a delay. Happy Friday. We got Joe Thanks in here and Robbie Altry so far have said hello. Looks like we got a commercial on the other
There you are.
computer. Kim says I'm live now. So happy Friday, everybody. Like I say, Joe, thanks. Robbie Alltree. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Kevin L made it. Let's go Friday. How's it going, group?
Hey, Robbie. Hey, John. Hey, Kevin L. Hey, Joe. Thanks.
All right. Everybody's filing in now. It looks like, yeah, everybody's starting to come in. It was a slow week. I got to admit, I didn't really do much in the way of car stuff. It's been too hot, and I ain't going to even try to lie. I took today off,
Hey, too, babe.
and I was going to go out in the shop, and it was about 100 degrees. Would you say it was about 95% humidity today, Kim?
It was like a sauna.
Yeah, I could.
Hey, David.
You couldn't even breathe. I went out and I cut a piece of the old. I had a leftover piece of roll bar from the car left, and I split it in half, and I was going to go down and weld up my buddy's jack handle for him down at the garage. And he didn't have any weld gas. And I'm kind of glad he didn't because it was too hot to do it. So I'll
Hey,
fix it
Paul
next week.
White.
All right, let's see.
Armin Zell.
Two Babe, David,
Hey, Chris.
Paul White, Richmond Zell. How is that? Did I say that right, hon?
Mm.
Minsel, Arminsel. All right, how you doing, buddy? Chris is here. What's going on?
It was hot.
It was bad. It's been bad for let's face it, 6 weeks. I mean, excuse me. I was able to plow through it like when I was finishing up the body work for the
Hey, Rick.
55. But if it was like it was
Torp.
today, I don't know that I could have. It's unbearable. So, ugh. It's even the heat. Okay, if it's hot, it's hot, but the humidity at 90%, and it's not raining, and it won't rain. It did rain. It did rain for what, Kim? Would you say about 20 minutes today?
If 20 minutes.
If 20 minutes, but it threatened thunderstorms because they actually had that cruising at the Chevy dealer, and I was just going to ride the car up there, stay for about 20, 30 minutes, and then go put gas in it for Sunday. And it was raining, and it's like threatening rain right after. So Kim figures they probably canceled it anyway. She's probably right. They probably did. Thorpe, what's going on?
Hey, Don.
Man, Torp says his AC quit. Oh man.
Oh, man.
We have that little
It's Louisiana hot, Robbie.
Yeah. we have that little portable unit that's out in the shop, and the one year we lost power for like 3
He
days.
replaced it on Thursday.
And I hooked that up in our bedroom and ran the generator so we could sleep at night because it was midsummer. It was awful. It was a holiday weekend. Wait a minute. Did we lose power, Kim, or did the AC unit just go down and we couldn't get the part?
No, it was the time we had that bad storm, and it wasn't a holiday weekend. It was in the middle of June.
Oh, all right. There you go.
That's right, Robbie. Robbie knows Louisiana hot.
It's hot, man. I guess I guess you guys have a lot of humidity down there too. That's what it's just humid.
I'm ready for fall.
Hmm.
Hey, Desert Rat.
Yo, Mike, what's going on, man?
Yeah. 88 degrees. That's way too hot to sleep, Torp.
Okay, yeah, Kevin. I understand that, Kevin. It's like my like I said, my father lived in Texas, so he had the same weather you're dealing with, Kevin. It's bad, but it's like up here.
Howie Mook.
It's like it's paralyzing. Yo, Hubie, what's going on, man? Howie, what's happening, brother? Super bad gasser, what's going on, man? Happy Friday to you too, buddy.
Hey, Super bad gasser. $95 a day replaced it. Woo.
Oh man.
Now, do you get really bad humidity too, Torp? Or is it just the heat?
Now that I guess you got to have those
Yes.
gauges, right,
Yes.
Torp? I know the line
Yes,
sets
you can
come
have it.
pre-charged,
Yes.
but you have to kind of don't you have to like test them and check it and all that stuff? That's when you need the gauges
Hey,
because
Jesus. El Gordo Racing.
El Gordo Race. What's up, buddy? How you doing, Jesus?
It is a good turnout, Desert Rat. Everybody's here but one.
John, I bet you I did. You have to go back. It's like the first 20 videos. The problem, I guess, the biggest problem is I put the floor and a lot of the sheet metal in before I started making videos. I did a lot with pictures, but yeah, I think I did do. It might have been the passenger side rocker. I might have done that one on camera. We're going back a few years, so I would imagine so. It's not that terrible of a job. Um, the biggest thing is are the inner rockers on your floor in good shape? Might want to look at that before you even start cutting it out, or are you changing the floor, or already have changed the floor?
Hey, Gordon Walker. Another wedding too, babe? It really never ends. It really never ends for you. And a Sunday gender reveal party. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're not too bad. They're not too bad to do. You should be all right. The hardest part to get off is right up by the firewall with all the where the spot welds are. Once you get those spot welds out, you should be able to break it out of there pretty easy. I think is Dawn in here? I think Dawn did a full rocker replacement on his convertible over on Dawn's Hot Rod Garage. I think it was last summer. He did the driver's side. I think he did the driver's side on camera, and he bought one of those big spot welders from Harbor Freight with the big long tongs on it, and he actually spot welded his in. I plug welded mine in. So I know I have a video from like 5 years ago, but I think Don has one from last summer. I think it
Hey,
was last
Daniel.
summer. So I don't know if you look at Don's Hot Rod Garage, but I think he's got one over there. Was that last summer, Don? You did the rocker on the convertible? I don't know.
You do have a lot of ties then.
No problem, John. Yeah, that's what I said too, Don. The same thing, right up by the firewall. It's a little bit of a hassle, but after that, it's not bad.
You've been eating a lot of cake too, babe. Oh, happy birthday, Daniel.
Wow, man, happy birthday, brother. They just fly by now, don't they, Daniel? It's like sometimes I sit there and I think about it. It's like, holy crap, man. I'm 54.
You're still closer to 50 than I am. I'm closer to 60. You're closer to 50.
Yeah, you look younger to me, though. You look younger to me yet, hon. Kim's skin's staying tighter than mine. I think she's secretly having work done while I'm aging.
Yeah,
Starting to, the crow's feet are coming in.
they're eagle's feet.
I think a little under, John. I think the it's the same as the front. Like the front pillar comes down, and then the rocker comes down. And if that's rotted there, you might have to replace a little bit of metal.
Oh, thanks, Desert Rat. You're never too old to work on a 55, right, Rick? Our mental is Rick. His name's Rick, Brian.
Okay, Rick. All right, now thank you for see, Kim keeps up on the chat. I try to, I'm not quite as fast as she is with it. All right. Hey, man, I hear you. I hear you, Rick. I was, thinking about climbing around, like I said, today, I'm gonna cut the floor out of that Nova. I was actually gonna start cutting it out today, and I went out there. I was like, "No way, man. It's too hot." Maybe I'm a
No,
wimp.
I don't like needles, Robbie, so I'd never get those injections. Plus, they can migrate to different places. I don't want to. No, no. I just stay out of the sun.
There you go, right there, John. Don said the same thing. They fit right under. And if the metal right there at your, what do they call that? The dog leg or whatever. If that's a little roddy, you might have to do a little bit of patchwork there. I don't know if you plan on replacing your quarters, but I could tell you a little bit about that. Like the new quarters actually fit really nice. The problem is you don't want to take and push the quarter into the inner rocker and weld it. What you do is when you score right where it folds, you score the metal and you fold that metal up until it meets it. Because if you try to push the quarter in, you'll bubble your quarter panel. I learned that. I bought those quarters off of Real Deal Steel, and that Joe Whitaker guy was explaining to me on the phone how to do it. He's like, don't try to push it in. You got to score the metal and fold it so that it goes up. That way you won't get that bubble. Your quarter will stay nice and straight. If I could do it, John, you could do it. Trust me. I never hung a piece of sheet metal in my life, and we did both quarters, inner and outer. We did the floor. We did the trunk pan, the rockers. We even put a firewall in that thing. It's in a package tray. It's like you can do it, and I promise you guys, man, the car looks really nice, and it's getting its share of attention, and we got a couple trophies. But believe me, I could show you problems where if I had it to do again, where I would do a couple things differently. Hey, what's going on? Rick made it. What's going on, buddy? The other Rick.
TPSS.
Rick, we have another Rick. You missed my clock being late too, buddy.
Yeah, I used to
I
be a big.
appreciate it, Don. The doors have to climb a little bit because of and I could probably raise
Hey, Lonnie.
it a little bit more, but I don't think if I wanted to bring that door up a little bit so that it didn't climb so much going on the striker. I would try to put a shim under the firewall and under the very first bracket to try to bring that hole up a little bit, but because you don't want to raise the door anymore because then it starts throwing all the other lines off.
That's my second ad so far tonight.
And I don't necessarily think that kind of stuff is because of my sheet metal hanging. I do think the sheet metal is fairly straight. I just think I started with a bad frame, and it was a hit frame. It was a quartered car. That was a problem. Then I cut that 2 foot section out of the frame and put the new piece in. I'm very close. I don't want to say I'm not, but those problems, and I ended up taking the shims out of the frame just to put everything down. There's only shims in the back passenger side, right at the very back, and the first one in. I got a few shims. Everywhere else, there's no shims. But I could probably play with some shims and get things a little closer, but like I say, it's good. For as much as we use the car and the feedback we're getting, we're just gonna leave it alone. I'm actually looking forward to diving back into the Nova a little bit and playing with the sheet metal over there. It's a completely different animal. It's a unibody car. it's it's completely different. And we already got two of the toughest jobs done. We got the rockers replaced. Now the driver's side rocker on that Nova, if you watch that one, we did rockers on that, John. You can check that out. On the Nova, I took it out of the structure of the inside of the front of the car and the cowl and everything, and I cut around on the passenger side. If I had that to do again, I would have took it all out. I think it makes for a better job. I mean, it's fine. We welded it in, but hindsight 2020, I wish I never cut that.
Now the trophies are out
You
on the
learn as you
sun
go.
porch.
Hmm.
Gordon was asking where your trophies were.
Oh, they're out in the porch, Gordon.
The sun porch, not
Yeah,
like the out.
out on the sun porch. They're inside, but they're out on the sun porch right now.
Just think how nice they would look out on that sun porch in that house in Hokessin.
Oh yeah. Kim found a house today, and it is really. I bet you they spent $50,000, maybe more. Would you say more on that patio or less, Kim?
I'd say right around 50.
50, maybe even 60 or 70. It has a full kitchen. It's all pavers. It has like it, not a gazebo, like what we have out there, that square thing, like you get them from Costco. But this one was made out of stone with like real roofing material and stuff. And
It's also about 3 times the size.
yeah, it's also about 3 times the size. It was like one of those backyards where you would have friends ask if they could have their wedding in your backyard. And I'm not kidding. That's that. Kim's like, it makes the whole house.
Oh, I'm sitting over on the couch, Robbie.
Yeah, she sits over there. Since
I'm
we got the
trying to watch it.
microwave, she likes to watch her sports while she's talking.
The Olympics are on.
That's the problem, Tracy. The shop. There's a two stall garage attached to the house, and then there's like a single stall shed at the end of the driveway, and the driveway's also pavers. And you know how I mean, I'd have to be very careful with oil and everything like that because you can ruin pavers. So it's really not ideal for the hobby. Kim was even looking. She said there needs to be, if it had room for a shop, then there would be more of a let's go see it kind of deal.
It's also in an HOA.
Well, there was all, yeah, and we really don't want to deal with HOAs.
And
Although it was one of those ones where it's only $5, and it's probably that it's probably not even active. When they're that low, they usually just want that money to take care of like the front entrance where there's like landscaping and stuff. Everybody throws $5 to make sure that it gets cut and everything. I don't know. At least I'm guessing. But Kim's right. We're the kind of people, I can't have an HOA. Exactly. You can't have that, Chris. Especially when you're in the hobby like we are. They'll constantly be up your butt.
You could have been, Robbie.
Kim doesn't like being on camera, Gordon.
Hey,
You
Tim
have to
Windsor.
go back to some past videos where she's allowed a little bit of visiting on the video.
No HOA. That's right.
That's right. Hey, Tim Windsor made it. What's up, buddy?
Some people's HOAs are what is Danny's kid pay? Our nephew pays like $300 a month for HOA.
Yeah,
Freaking crazy.
but that's for that. He lives in a condo, and it's like the fees are like they're astronomical. It's like the poor kid. It's like he didn't know the fees were that high and he based everything off of the mortgage he was quoted, and then they tell him it's an additional $300 for all this after he bought the place, and that cripples kids, man. That's a huge hit on somebody just starting out. They're vicious nowadays, man. They just don't care. It really is, Rick. Really is.
You got to get all the running around done tomorrow because you got that car show on Sunday.
Yeah, big show Sunday. It's going to be a lot of cars. There's going to be I would say probably 150 to 200 cars, maybe more.
There was 400 last year.
400 last year. So there's actually, Kim found a video. There was 400 cars last year. Kim found a video on YouTube. Somebody else put out. What's the name of it, hon?
Arisafa Farms.
Arisafa Farms.
Yeah.
Kim, type it in there so people.
Oh my goodness, I don't know how to spell it.
It's
I'll find it. Hold on. I just got. That's the third ad I've gotten in 18 minutes.
Really? I have it on conservative. I'm sorry about so many ads, guys. I got it on the most conservative setting you can have it on.
500 hard possum? That's per month? That's crazy. Let's see.
500 and there, oh man, is that a year, Rick, or is that a month? 500. That's outrageous. I know my nephew, like I said, his is a condo and it's 300 a month. But I think if you get a leaky pipe or anything, they have to fix it. So, I mean, there is that. I mean, but that I mean, that's still too high, but at least you don't have to worry about, like, if you burst a pipe or something. There you go, there's the name of that, Arisapa Farms, and there's video on it. You should put a link to the video in there, hon.
Don's wife acts like the HOA. I think I do too. I make sure that he takes care of his business. He's been giving me a lot of crap lately about it though, like today.
Yeah, so this show is pretty big, so if we get recognized in this one, that would be pretty cool. It's like the first time we took the car out and we got that big trophy, there was 88 cars there. I mean, I guess that's respectable. But they did give a lot of trophies away. But what made, like I was telling you
Hi,
last week
Tim.
about that, we were best of show, so that made us feel really good. We got the 6 footer, so that made us feel good. And last week at the Bone Daddy one, we were called right before the best show, and it was a it
That's a
was
good idea, John.
a Hugger orange '69 Camaro that won, I guess. Honestly, I thought ours was better, but I'm partial to the Tri-Fives. I wouldn't have mind watching there's a guy that has a 55 gasser, and his has a fiberglass tilt nose. His is painted with a white top and like a sea deep blue on the bottom, and it has Brutus on it, from Popeye. It has Brutus on the back and stuff. And me and him are like, well, we both like 55, so we park our cars right beside each other now and hang out and stuff like that. And I would have liked to seen him get a trophy, but he didn't get. I don't think he got one that day.
Yeah,
But,
we've been here like how long have we been here? 29 years? 28 years?
94 or 95, hon.
Jonathan was like almost 3. So 28 years?
Okay, there you go. Take it easy, Tim.
That's still a lot of money, poor possum. $135 a month.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's why it's like, and then people that get in those, they want to be right in everybody's business, man. I mean, I remember the horror stories. Kevin Caduccio used to tell me that he was in my other shop when I was over in the coal burner uh, powerhouse, and he used to tell me, "Oh man, they'd come over if you had a car parked in your street, or if it was in the driveway too long, or if one day he was sanding his door to paint it, and they come over to tell him it could only be certain colors. That people want to come over and tell you what color to paint your door? Are you kidding me?" And then he said his one neighbor had binoculars, and she calls them over. Look, look, look! They have a water fountain in the back of their yard. They're not supposed to have that. I'm calling. It's like, why? Why are you bothering them? They want to look at birds. People are crazy, man. Anybody, you give anybody any authority, they go nuts with it. So no, we will not have a homeowners
Tim
association.
didn't leave. He was just telling Daniel to stay safe.
People are crazy, man. It's like you could see, like I've had my rear and exhaust laying out on the pad for 6 months for the no, and they'll probably be there another 6 months. I'm not even sure I'm going to use that rear. And you imagine if I was in a homeowners association, they'd be having a fit. They'd be having a fit right now. Then I fire that beast up. You guys don't know that it sounds like thunder and lightning when I start that 55 up. That thing it sounds like a race car, man. People be having a fit, man. Oh, I don't I might I have the hose, the breather hose on it, and I have it pointing down, Robbie. I hear you though. I'm with you. I don't know if
Hey,
I'm going
Bill
to use. I
Dance.
don't know if I'm going to use that rear, but you're right. I should put a cover on it. I may tarp it, but I do. I did take the hose and put it so it faces down the vent hose so that the water couldn't get in there. And it's on a slope, so it's not sitting in the mud or nothing.
That
I'm
was
with
an,
you though, buddy. You're right.
that was
It's
another
a it's it's a
commercial.
it's a it's a Gen 2. I think it's a Gen 2 Camaro rear. And the biggest problem is I was telling you guys is the shocks actually go into the wheel wells, and I don't think they're in the right place on the rear. I think the guy just it'll fit, but then the tires are like this. And I did my research. You can fit a 275 6015 in that stock rear with 5 1/4 inch backspace rims. But I guarantee you, with that current rear, where the shock location is, there's no way. There's no way. So
Kevin, that's good. Kick him out. Kick out the HOA.
yeah, see, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to spend that the kind of money they want for a house and have people tell you where and what you can put. Mm-mm. I kind of understand to an extent because if you look at some of the houses and what people do is crazy. I mean, people don't want to get like I understand permits. I mean, because I've been in situations two times where I had to redo stuff and it wasn't permitted work. It wasn't good, you know. So, but I understand getting, but I at the same time I couldn't have somebody telling me what color to paint my door and where I can put my shed. Mm. And they want so much money for the stuff now. The houses, the market. I think it's drying up though. Kim, didn't you say like that one house you showed me today was like the prices are like dropping? It
Yeah,
dropped like $100,000 over the last 6 months. It's a nice house, but they're shooting for the moon and the stars.
I can't say that I've noticed the price of shocks going through the roof, Desert Rat. Oh, that's a good song, Robbie. I'm not gonna sing that one. That one has too many E's in it.
I haven't bought a set of shocks in a while, Mike. I guess I'll have to look into it. I mean, I got those spring over shocks out there, but they're sitting outside. Maybe I should put them inside the shop. I'm just running out of room in there. Yeah, they're starting to come down too, babe, but they're not coming down fast enough. I mean, I think the only way you're going to see the market come down enough, they're going to have to start kicking these big giant corporations out, like BlackRock and them other ones. They're buying up all these properties and they're wanting to rent them out. And it's like instead of you having a $2,700 a month mortgage, they're trying to rent you that house for 4,000 a month. It's crazy. The government's going to have to. I'm against government regulations, but they're going to have to. You can't have these people destroying because that's all our economies are based on is the housing market and our 401ks. And these big companies, they try to just get in and take everything. And they can't have everything. All right. All right. Well, listen, we'll get Kim. Let me get my phone. Did you get us a number, hon?
Way ahead of you, as usual.
Telling me she's ahead. Oh, she's already got it. Or she already got it and sent it over. I had my phone over there. All right, I got that. So this week we got a new prize. We got bumper stickers, and they're small for whatever reason. They were supposed to be 3.5 by 7.5 or whatever, but I guess because of my artwork, they had to shrink it down to 2 inches by 7.5. But there it is, the BW Garage bumper sticker. That's what we're giving away this week, a bumper sticker. So I need a number between 1 and 50, 1 and 50 for the new bumper sticker. Go.
I don't see any numbers.
They're coming up now. David Soloway.
David
David
Soloway.
Soloway. David Soloway said it right before Mike. David Soloway, you guessed number 25. All right, David. You won a new bumper sticker, buddy. Congratulations. It's our first winner of the bumper sticker series. It was kind of fun to get the get a new prize this week. And then when I saw they were giving away bumper stickers, I had to use their little studio to try to design something. And I think the reason that they shrunk it down is probably the artwork. It's like, so this little guy here, it had BW Garage above and below, and I didn't want that, so I raised it up. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't. Got a little YouTube emblem on there, and just a drop in the bucket. It was either to drop in the bucket or take a sip. We're gonna go with the drop in the bucket on this, but take a sip on that.
Desert Rat said he has internet lag.
That's hilarious. Oh, looks like Chaz sent a picture over here.
Is it of his poison sumac?
Oh, Chaz is saying he's not here tonight because he's taking his mom to see the Oak Ridge Boys. I remember the Oak Ridge Boys. That's pretty cool.
Hey, Martin, right? We missed you, Martin.
All right, he sent me something about the vet stuff too. I'm gonna have to look into.
Yeah, somebody was asking you about the vet.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that.
Who sang Elvira, Robbie? Was that the Oak Ridge Boys? We should make paddles and give them out. That was a lot of time to paint that.
All right, that's cool. So there you go. That's why Chaz ain't here. He's at the Oak Ridge Boys. Now wait a minute. Who sang Elvira? Was that the Oak Ridge Boys?
No. Robbie said yes.
It was Elvira. Was that their song?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Don't yell at me. The Poison Oak Boys is what Howie says. Hey, Randy Ryan popped in. What's up, buddy?
Oh, good thing. Oh, David, you won. You're lucky Randy was late.
Yeah, you're lucky. Hey, David, you're lucky. Randy probably would have guessed it, man. You missed the new prize, Randy. You're a little late to the show.
Let's just see if he could guess the number. Give him one try.
All right, you get one. No, because he'll go back and he can look through the old chat. You can't trust these guys, hon. They're slick. They'll play. Nope. It was 25. Randy, Lonnie, did you get your prize that I had to send the second time, or are they going to send us halves of envelopes again?
Uh-oh. Why was it a long couple of weeks, Randy? One, you're really late.
Yeah, you're really late, one. You're like late.
No, he didn't get it yet.
Oh man, I hope he. I sent it. Was it last Monday? I sent it last Monday. I hope you get it, buddy.
And he's only in West Virginia. He should have had it by now.
That's the first time it ever happened. Sorry, the clock's going off.
Robbie didn't get his either. When did you send Robbie's? Monday?
Same day as Lonnie's. I hope they come,
man. I'm sorry about that, Randy.
The only thing I could think of was the charms, because you can feel them in the envelope and maybe they're ripping them open to see what's in there. Because let's face it, I don't think the post office is very, very trustworthy anymore, honestly. And they probably just want to feel in that envelope, and they feel something, and they want to see what it is, and they rip the
Hey,
envelope.
country boy. Oh,
Hey,
please,
Jason, how you
one.
doing,
I
buddy?
was winning. I was winning the gold medals. You just happened to come in last night and win the gold medals.
That's probably what it is. He didn't want to show his face here. What's he owe you now, hon?
Nothing. It's not over.
Oh, okay. It is really slow, Rick. It's a good 3.5, 4 minutes slow.
Somebody's bossing me around.
I had him out, and he shouldn't want it.
It's his time to go outside.
I guess. Little dog is just like he's in charge around here. It's time for bed. It's time for me to go outside. It's like, my goodness, dog, relax. All right, take it easy, too, babe. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Babe. Have a sip on your way out, man. So let's see what goes on. I'm hoping I can get the floor on that Nova ordered this week, because, like I said, I'm going to cut out like 7/8 of that floor, but I'm going to leave a little bit. I don't know where to cut it. I want the new floor here, so I know I don't want to cut too much, because it goes right up into the toe board, and I don't know where the floor stops on those. I'm hoping I can order it this week, but I'm not ordering it until I got that other floor about 3/4 of the way out. I have nowhere to put it, and I don't want to leave it outside too long. That's a Chevelle, and it's a full frame car, Chris. I watch all Dan's stuff. Yeah, but it's like, it's not the same. It's the Nova and the Chevelle are not the same platform.
I'm getting another commercial. That's like 7 commercials now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they're not giving me any of the money for it. I clicked the conservative button on.
Every time they send a commercial, I got to go out and go back in, and so the chat doesn't freeze up.
No, it's not, Chris. It's a unibody car. Now that you can buy connectors.
Hi, Daniel.
Take it easy, Daniel. You can
Stay
buy.
safe.
Happy birthday tomorrow, brother.
Yeah, happy birthday. Stay safe from that tropical storm.
Yeah, stay safe, brother. Yeah, you can put connectors on there, but no, they're not frame cars. Exactly right, John. Exactly right. And I'm like I said, I'm leaving everything connected. I know that the driver's side of that Nova, where it bolts in the front by the firewall, that's all rotted out there. And I remember when I put the floor patch in there, I made a metal patch and just kind of stuck it up in there and welded it. I'm probably going to cut that back out, but I'm going to leave it for now. My plan is like the front where you would plug weld it to those pieces. I'm just going to put self tappers in there. And then when I turn the car around, I'm going to pull the engine out, and I'm going to take the subframe off, and I'm going to make the repairs to the front of the car after I get the floor and the rear and everything back in, so I can drive the car out, turn it around, back it in. Then I'm going to rip it all back apart. It's the only way to do this car. It's so bad, and my room and my space is so limited. But I will put the quarter panels on, and the back the back tray, and I'm going to put all that on before. When I get all that on, that's when I'm going to turn the car around, and then we'll work on it the other way for a while. And then when I pull the front frame out, that's when we'll make a decision whether we want to get a new aftermarket one with some like nice rack and pinion or something, or if this one's repairable. If it's repairable, I'm just going to fix it, save a couple bucks. Because I have a funny feeling after I put all this sheet metal in, I think I'm going to have to probably do a roof skin too. I think that there's a bunch of crap up in that roof, and especially by that driver's side, by the front windshield right up there in the front corner. It's just essentially we're going to rebuild that whole car. It's just going to take time. It's kind of like the 55. Before when I started the 55, everybody told me that car goes to the crusher and find another one. Now everybody likes it and wants it.
Henry's
It's going to be
here.
the same way with the
Henry, we've missed you.
Who we got?
Henry.
Henry, what's up? You made it.
It's good to see you.
Henry, it was the number 25. I don't know if you're still keeping a record, but this week was the number 25.
Chaz took his mom to the Oak Ridge Boys concert tonight.
Yeah, Chaz is at the Oak Ridge Boys. Giddy up, a home pop, my home out. And them guys got to be in their 70s or 80s, right? The Oak Ridge Boys.
Then my chat stopped again because of another commercial. Yep.
It is a lot, Randy, but it's like I have it here. I have all the sheet metal here. And it's like it's when you at first you're like, why would I do this? Don't do it. But then when you start doing it, it's like, okay, I got this in, let's do this. And I got this in, let's do that. It's just like when I looked up and I saw that gutter on the back of the trunk and all that stuff falling on my neck when I was doing the inner wheel wells. I was like, I'm just going to pretend I don't see it because I know I have to just ignore it for now.
Hey, Chris. Nope, that tent's 10 by 10. That's what it was. It did look big, though.
It is big. It's 10 by 10, but it's huge. So I hope I have enough room to set it up. I hope they let me set it up. If I set it up, they might come over and say, hey, take that down. Then I have to take it down. But
come on,
it
Colbert.
is what it is. We needed Colbert, a tent for out back anyway. Because like I do like a lot. I like working out in the yard a lot. Even when I'm working on the car, it's like I get that old picnic table and I like to work outside, but I need shade.
Tony G made it.
Tony G, what's up? And Kim's been telling me for over a year, get a tent for out there if you're going to work outside. So we got a tent. Kim found it on Amazon. Was that even $100? I think it was $79, right?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
You usually keep track of this stuff. She found it online. I don't even think it was $80. Hi, buddy. Why are the puppies over here?
I don't know. They just came in.
Hi, boys. Didn't mommy give you anything? That's probably why. Go ask mommy for a waffle. Matching sneakers for the. Nah, I'm all right, man. I don't want to overdress one. I'm okay. I'm okay with just my black sneakers.
You must have ordered it because it's not my orders.
I think I ordered it, and you sent me the link over. I just thought you might have remembered. That's all. I'll look and see. Oh, let's see. Oh, it was $119. I didn't think
Def Leppard. I love Def Leppard. I like Journey too, and Cheap Trick.
It was $119. It came in all kinds of colors. You could get any of the colors you wanted. When I saw the American flag, I had to get the American flag. But yeah, it came in a bunch of colors. I didn't think it was $100, but it was. It was 119. There you go. Don said he always gets the used car commercials.
They know their audience.
Yeah, they definitely have their target audience there, don't they?
Oh, they're just mutts.
They're just mutts, Rick, that we got from the shelter. They're both old men now, though. They're a couple old guys. They're just like their old man.
They're both white in the face.
Right on, Chris. Chris, that ain't a bad thing. He's right. He said all his trucks are down. He's driving the Nova everywhere. That's all right.
I wish Desert Rat. Robbie, right?
No, no, we ain't making bank. We're doing okay, but not great. I would like to be doing a lot better. I'd like to be doing good on here, but we are what we are. We're as big as we're going to be. I would do a lot more if we had that. But we just didn't catch fire. I tell you,
Chris,
one thing,
Chris.
Chris, is wing windows are your friends. I don't know. Do you have wings on yours? Is yours a 70? Do you have wings, wing windows? And on that 55, if you open those wing windows the whole way, a little past all the way, that air just jets in, man. It grabs the air and pulls it in. It's like I figured that out. I was like, yeah, it's nice because it gets hot, with the headers being right there, and I don't have a whole lot of insulation protection between the firewall and them headers, so I get hot in there. But I tell you what, when you get rolling down the road with that wind blowing it cools it down a little bit. Not too
Henry, you did
bad.
good. You did good. You found some good stuff.
Yeah, see, Robbie loves his wing windows too. They're the ticket, man. That's cool.
Do you remember growing up, Kevin? There was no air conditioning. Nobody had air conditioning.
No, when we were kids, nobody had. You had fans. There was always fan. Remember, everybody had those oscillating fans. They would just blow back and forth, back and forth. My grandmother ended up getting an air conditioner, and she had a trailer, and she could turn that thing into an ice box. It was just one big unit that she kept in the living room, but it would cool the whole trailer down. I remember it would be when we'd get home, we'd go swimming, and we'd come home, and it'd be so hot. She'd open up the trailer door, and the heat would just come out, and then she would turn that thing on. Within 25, 30 minutes, it was an ice box in there. And then they're like, "You kids go outside and play." No, no. I'll go back here and be quiet and be cool. But no, I'm going outside.
You've had the car out a couple times when it's been hot.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I take the car out. I don't care I would have took it like I was.
Chris was asking.
Yeah. I was going to take it out today, Chris, but it rained. It was thunderstorm. There was supposed to be a cruising at the Chevy dealership tonight.
We all did that, Rick. We all sang into the fans, make robot voices.
Oh yeah,
One was bad. He was playing in
fans.
supermarket coolers.
I had an old box fan. It was broken. It had the front piece missing and everything. But I would put that in my bedroom window when we lived on the hill, and it was so hot during the day, but it would cool down at night. I'd put that fan in the one window and sleep on the other side of the room, and it would and have the other window open, and it would just pull the air through the room, and it would cool it down and make it really nice for sleeping. Good sleeping weather. All right, Mike, take it easy, man. Thanks for coming in. Take a sip on your way out, brother.
Bye, Deseret.
Right on, John. That's a gotta have a fan. I need to get some more of those, Henry. I do need to get some more of those iron-on patches. I keep saying I'm going to. I think I got those off of Amazon. You missed this week, buddy. We got bumper stickers. We our first winner of bumper stickers was David Soloway this week with the number 25. Brand new prize we got. So there's that. Glad we got them because, like I said, some of the stuff like the charms, I like them, but I can't buy them anymore because we're having a problem getting everybody their stuff. like this, if it's not showing up, I can't keep mailing it. So we'll see. It's like Robbie and Lonnie are both waiting for their stuff. Me and Lonnie, he got a half of the envelope, and I got a half of the envelope last time. He got the note, and I
Hey,
got the
Kenny
prizes
Peterson.
back. Yep, that's exactly right, John. I used to turn it around too and make it go the other way sometimes. As long as you have one window open and one closed, you can get the flow going.
Hey, Thomas T. You were talking. Oh yeah, no AC. We didn't have AC growing up either. Then we got spoiled. Now I can't live without it. For half my life, well, a third of my life, I didn't have AC.
Well, Thomas didn't even have electric when he was growing up.
No, his mom said.
His mom didn't have electric growing up. Wow.
And Robbie was spitting out feathers in his grandmom's with feather pillows and a feather bed. They're BW keychains. They don't have 55 on them, right, Brian? They're just BW.
Huh?
The keychains are 50.
Oh, those, yeah. I have one back there somewhere. I can't get to it right now. But they were like charms for keychains. I used to have the little square keychains, but I sent them all out. Remember, like 2 years ago, I have one left, and it's on my 55. Holds my key for my 55. I ain't giving that one away. That one's mine. But all the other ones I give away. Wow, a Zenith. We had one. Rick, we bought one. We moved to California, and it's like Kim and I were poor, and our neighbor was selling a Zenith TV, and we bought it. But remember, Kim, it used to whistle, and you'd have to hit the side to make it stop.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good TV. I mean, we used the crap out of it. We used to play video games. It wasn't fair. Kim was like really good at video games, and I was really bad. But we would take turns. As soon as you die, it was the other person's turn. She would take like 2 hours. I would take 2 minutes. Here, it's your turn again.
And then he would cry, and I'd have to let him take like 10 turns in a row.
Well, I'd have to get a couple of turns in a row. I mean, you can only watch somebody for so long. It was like, how am I supposed to get any better at the game if you're the one that plays it all the time?
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear about that, Lonnie. I can't believe his kids would do that. We had 3 channels too, 3, 6, and 10.
Dang. Sorry to hear about your buddy, Lonnie. That's, and the kid should have known to at least give his friends first dibs. If you're going to sell the stuff, at least let the buddies know. Man. Wow. Yeah, that's all we had when we were kids, Thomas. It was 3 or channels, and then it was 5. Like at first, it used to be like 3, 6, and 10, and then all of a sudden, you got a couple other channels like the down here, Kim, like the WB, but it was in Pittsburgh. It was something else. It was like a couple of the offbeat channels, and then it all grew from there. Yeah, they let it all go quick, Don. They don't.
We used to have Creature Double Feature. Did you guys have that?
Kim told me if I kick the bucket, she's like, the first thing that goes is that car. That's what she always tells me. It's like, oh man, okay.
I say that just to get under your skin.
I know what you say to get under my
skin. 2, 4,
what the heck
5,
are you
9,
and Jonathan
11.
going to do with it? You guys can't drive that thing.
I remember
Pong. I'm out of beer. It's a good thing we're almost done. I'm out of beer, and they're downstairs. I didn't bring any extra up this week. I don't even watch TV anymore, Randy. Like to fall asleep, Kim will put it on a station. I use it for that. And Kim and I do have the occasional TV show we like to watch together, but that's about it. We like find a TV show and we like wait until all of them are released so we can just like watch 2 a night until the series is done. But other than that, I don't really watch that much TV. I listen to it when Kim's watching the baseball game, but I'm always in my phone on YouTube, all that stuff. That's cool. That's a cool name, Rick Raven. Decent name.
That's true, Torp. When you go, you go. Not your stuff anymore.
Yeah, I guess that. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, Randy. I like it too. I can't wait to see Randy Ryan's shop. You know what I mean? We got to see what's going on with that.
It's baseball season, Don. It's baseball season.
Take it easy, Howie. Thanks for coming in, brother. Appreciate
Bye,
you,
Howie.
man. Is that where you're at, John? Up near Pittsburgh?
Yes, he told us that last time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. He did. I'm originally from Butler. I guess we went through all that, right, hon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my memory's shot, brother. I appreciate. Cool.
Yeah, the Phillies are on the slide too there, Rick. They're not doing too good.
They're on a slide. They're on a snide right now. Hopefully they'll snap out of it. Hopefully it's just a streak.
Hey, Big Job. Uh-oh, it's starting to thunder again.
That's it. You know, when the drinks flow, you're always having a nice time, Ron. I appreciate you at least stopping by and saying hi. That's cool. But I completely understand once them cold ones start going down, you know, and jaws start moving. I'm guilty of it too, man. I could be there all night.
Really? I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know anything about that?
No, not at all.
Oh man. Sorry, Kenny. My dad's been gone 21 years, Don. I lost my father 2003. So I'm assuming your father died young too, Don. Mine was 56. That's right. Smoke it if you got it, or take a sip. Yeah. Have a sip anyway. It's still, it's still tough, man. I appreciate it, the age and everything. Yeah. Yeah, 54. That's why I said mine went early too, Don. Sometimes life ain't fair that way, I guess. Yeah, Lonnie lost his mother at 56. My mom passed away. I think my mom was 66. 60, 60, yeah, 66 or 67. She died in 2015 and she was born in 47. You never know, man. You never know when you're going to get called. Thomas lost his father in 2004.
He was a GM mechanic.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, it's starting to thunder again.
Uh-oh. We might get another storm. There's a possibility of a storm on Sunday, but we're not going to let that stop us. We're going to go. Whatever happens, happens. I mean, the car's painted. I just can't, I'm not going to be able to drive in a storm, but, I can wait it out.
What if it
That's
rains
right,
all
Robbie.
night?
When your number's up, you're done, you're done.
What if it rains all night?
No, I guess I'm in big trouble then. I'll have to crawl home. It looks like we're down to our last 45 seconds, 30 seconds. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. I had a good time. Like I said, I'll try to get some content out this week. I'm hoping it cools down a little bit, but we're going to start up regardless. We have to. We got to start getting I have no room to move in my shop, and I'm
Bye,
tripping
everyone.
over all that sheet metal. So
Have a good
we'll
weekend.
start doing something very soon. I appreciate y'all coming in, just like every week. Do something fun this week. Come in next week and tell us about it, man. Like hearing
Good
everybody's
night.
stories. All right, till next week. Take care, everybody.
Bye.